Hello. Okay, so my box from Dragonsteel arrived from Brandon Sanderson. It is the HOID box, and I have already opened it because I was too impatient to wait to unbox it on camera, but also I just feel like there's not much point in me doing standard unboxings of these boxes because, if you can't tell from the way I speak, I'm in the UK, which means that I'm not probably the last person to get it, but I'm not getting it immediately. So there are already unboxings of this up on YouTube. So what I thought that I would do instead is I would show you the contents of the boxes, but I would also talk to you a little bit about what I think of the box as an international customer, I guess, because I paid quite a lot for this box. So I went for the full year of the Sanderson, so all of the formats of book, all of the boxes. And because I'm in the UK, the shipping was pretty much the same price as all of the books and the boxes were. So basically I've paid double for everything, which on the book side of things I'm not so bothered about because I feel like the editions are going to be really beautiful and I'm quite happy to pay a lot of money for the books. But I was a little bit nervous about the boxes because I didn't really know what was going to come in them or whether they were going to be worth the money. So we're going to talk about that. I think all in all I probably paid about £70 for this box, which is about $85 I want to say. If I can, I'll double check it and I'll have put those figures on the screen somewhere, but that's roughly what I paid for this. So you can already tell that this box is not going to have that level of value because it was priced at half that, so there is that to take into account. But anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing we have here is a mouse mat with some HOID artwork on there. I really like the artwork. I think this is really cute. Will I use a mouse mat? I mean, I suppose so, but it wouldn't be my first choice of item, to be perfectly honest with you. Then we have the t-shirt, and this was the thing that I was the most excited about. I knew that we would get a t-shirt at some point because they asked for a t-shirt size, so clearly they were going to do a t-shirt at some point, and this is the box that they've done it in. They are not doing another t-shirt after this. They announced that recently. So this is the one and only t-shirt that we're getting, which is kind of sad in a way, but there we go. I do think it's really lovely quality. This is what the design looks like, if you can see that, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on and wear it for the rest of the video. So let's do that. And there we go. So I will say it is very comfy. The fabric is very soft. I'm not the hugest fan of the design, to be perfectly honest with you, but I do really like it. I got a size 3XL because I really like t-shirts to fit quite baggy, and I would say that these probably do come up a little bit small, so I am glad that I went for the 3XL rather than the 2XL, because I think that the 2XL wouldn't have been baggy enough for my taste. So I'm really happy with the t-shirt. This is probably my favourite thing in the whole box, so I will just say that right off the bat. Next, there are some sticker sheets. So there are 2 each of these, but I'll just show you the one. So there's this one, really difficult to show you because they're so shiny, and they say HOID was here, and then the other one says contains 100% pure nonsense. And again, so difficult to show you because of how shiny they are. I am really a fan of these. I think that they're really pretty. There are 48 individual stickers, so I think that that's really good. I don't know what I will use 48 of these for. I think the idea is that you just put them in places at random so that people can find them, but I'm definitely not going to be doing that. I've used one already in my reading journal, which is where I'm keeping track of all of the Year of the Sanderson stuff anyway, so I did put one in there, which was nice. What I'll use the rest of them for though, honestly, I'm not sure. Then we got a couple of pads of sticky notes. So there's this one which has, it's kind of like a shadow that says there are still stories to tell. So that is very cute. And then this one says dream big, idiot, which is very HOID. I like these, but again, I feel like they're quite low value items, like low cost items, kind of like add-ons, the same as the mouse pad and the sticker sheets. To be honest, they probably paid more for the artwork than they did for the actual items themselves, not once you take into account the bulk, but you know what I'm saying. So I like these. I do use sticky notes a fair amount, so they will be used. And then the final item is this pin of Mr. HOID himself. I do love a pin, I'll be honest. This says pin number 2, so I think that we're getting a pin in absolutely every box, including the boxes with the books in them, so that will be really nice. And I'm thinking I might try to get, if we don't get one in a box at some point, which I doubt that we will, but I will probably try to get a pin banner or pin board or something at some point so that I can have all 12 of the Year of the Sanderson pins all together on one thing. But this is my second favourite item in the box. I do love an enamel pin, and I do have a lot of them, but I feel like these are going to be special because they're Cosmic ones, you know? So, and that's it. That's everything that was in the box. So we got the t-shirt, the mouse pad, the 2 post-it note pads, the pin, and the sticker sheets. So, do I think that it was worth £70? Probably not, right? But that was going to be natural. It was never going to be enough value to make up for the shipping. I knew that when I ordered it, and I was kind of just doing it for the experience. Do I think that it was worth it for £35, which was how much the box would have been without the shipping? That's still kind of negligible, I think, with this one. I really like the t-shirt, and clearly the vast majority of the value is in the t-shirt, but I almost would have rather had, instead of these 2, had one slightly higher value item instead of these kind of... I get a lot of subscription boxes. You all know this. I get Fairy, I get a Lumicrate, I get 2 from each of those. I've done various other subscription boxes before, and as a result of that, I know what a filler item looks like. And we basically got 3 filler items and 2 main items in this box, which for £35 is a little bit disappointing. I'm hoping that the quality of the books is going to make up for it. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. And I'm wondering if we might step it up in terms of box contents as the year goes on. But if I'm being perfectly honest right now, as an international consumer, customer, whatever you want to call it, I'm a little bit disappointed. And it hurts me so much to say that because I love Brandon Sanderson, I love this whole idea, and for me it's worth it for the experience, but in terms of the value of the contents, I'm not sure it's entirely there for this first box at least. So we will see how it goes for the rest of the year. In the meantime, I'm going to carry on wearing this for the rest of the day and really loving it. To be honest, I'm placing most of the value of this box on this, and of course, whoops, and of course the pin as well. I do really like the stickers, and I will use the post-it notes. Whether or not I use the mouse pad as a mouse pad, I don't know, because I do really like the artwork, but I'm not gonna display it anywhere, so maybe I will use it as a mouse pad, but my desk here is a little bit small, so I don't know if it necessarily fits. I might have to try. We shall see. But it was funny because when I showed Lee this, he was like, do people even use mouse pads anymore, which is a good question. I do at work, but not at home. So anyway, that's it. I feel like this video is so negative, and that makes me really sad, and I really didn't want it to be negative, but I am trying to be honest, particularly because I know that these boxes are now available for purchase on the Dragonsteel website, and so I think that it's useful to have an international perspective on this because the shipping is very expensive. As I said, it's double the price, so I understand why people are hesitant, and having now seen the contents of this particular box, I would add to that hesitancy if I'm being fully transparent with you. But that's it for this box. I will be back probably with a much shorter video for the Tress box because it will just be the book and a couple of little bits, but I will show you that when it arrives. And then when the March box eventually arrives, that might be a while, but I will see you again then. And that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks, bye.